You're listening to Greater Good Radio. Today's guest is former Judge Walter Kirimitsu, president of St. Louis Schools. Walter is also a member of St. Louis's Gallery of Distinguished Achievers for his community leadership and outstanding contribution to the betterment of Hawaii and for upholding the banner as an exemplary St. Louis gentleman.
Have you folks ever thought about entering girls?
There was a time when I was on the Board of Trustees about 10 years ago. The board decided or was considering the issue of coeducational, but there was a strong resistance from certain faction of the alumni that insisted that St. Louis has a history of being an all-boys school and it should continue as an all-boys school. And so, the move to co-ed was kind of tabled, and since then it was never revisited. I don't think it's out of the question that one day St. Louis was reconsider again coeducational, because the other all-boys school here is Damien, and they continue to be all-boys school. But the other one that used to be all-boys for a long, long history was Iolani. And Iolani, about 15, perhaps 16 years ago, changed to coeducational, and they've thrived as a coeducational school. And so I would say it's not out of the question in the immediate future that we would face the issue again.
Are you finding that St. Louis School, your position there, is harder than working as a judge or working in your law practice?
Every phase of my career, there were challenges of a different nature. I would say if you were to just generally compare, this job at St. Louis is probably the most stressful, primarily because you're working with younger students, you're working with faculty and a lot of different types of personnel issues and fiscal issues. But when you look at the period when I was a judge, because I was an appellate judge, I rather thought it was rather easy, because we don't deal with the lawyers. We deal with the briefs that they prepare and file. We had some oral argument before the appellate court, but they were very selectively scheduled. So my pace as a judge was the easiest among all the different careers that I've practiced. Now, law practice itself, because I did litigation, that was probably the most stressful period of time. But at that time, I was very young, so we could face that pressure. And secondly, I would say St. Louis, and then University of Hawaii. And the judgeship was the easiest. It was the most peaceful.
Thanks, Walter. We'll continue after the break. Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for more on Greater Good Radio.